begins, to note your nearest emergency exit. If an emergency situation arises, please listen to announcements and follow the direction of the event staff. If you need special assistance with emergency procedures, please notify event staff or public safety officials prior to the beginning of the performance. Thank you. Por su seguridad, por favor, ponga atención al siguiente anuncio. Tome un momento antes del inicio del espectáculo para localizar su salida de emergencia más cercana. En caso de emergencia, siga las instrucciones del personal del distrito escolar. Si necesita ayuda especial con los procedimientos de emergencia, por favor, avise al personal de distrito o a los elementos de seguridad antes de que inicie el espectáculo. Gracias.
Hello all. Please be seated. Good afternoon. I'm Carlos Sansegundo, Assistant Principal of Gonzalo, Garza Independence High School. Welcome to the 2022 commencement ceremony. While this is a time of joy and celebration, our graduation is a formal ceremony that requires dignity and respect for all in attendance. I ask that all guests act in a respectful manner during the proceedings. Please hold your applause so that each graduate's family can hear their child's name announced as we celebrate each and every senior. We will begin our ceremony with Antonio Rubio and Jeffrey Leal Santos leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance and Texas Pledge.
Good afternoon. We are Jeffrey Leal Santos and Anthony Rubio. Please join us in saying the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the Texas Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yo prometo lealtad a la bandera de los Estados Unidos de América y a la república que representa una nación bajo Dios, indivisible con libertad y justicia para todos.
And now, the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas Pledge. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Honra a la bandera de Texas. Juro lealtad, Texas, un estado bajo Dios, uno indivisible.
Please join us in the national anthem.
Please be seated. Austin ISD and Garza High School community stand with the families, students, and staff of Robb Elementary School and the entire Uvalde community during this difficult time. To honor the precious lives lost, we will observe a moment of silence as we keep the community very close to our thoughts. Thank you. At this time, I'm honored to introduce our esteemed platform guests, as well as campus leaders from ASD leadership. I have ASD Board President, District 6, Geronimo Rodriguez. I have ASD Trustee, District 1, thank you, Letitia Anderson. ASD Trustee, District 4, Kristen Ashley. ASD Trustee, District 5, Lynn Boswell. Superintendent, Dr. Stephanie Elizalde. Chief of Schools, Dr. Anthony May. Associate Superintendent of Secondary Schools, Dr. Laura Stout. Executive Director of High Schools, Sheila Henry. From Garza High School, they're out there, counselors Nancy Fitch, Adrian Kimmel, and Lisa Riza. Announcing names for the class of 2022, Angelita Saiz. Spirit of Garza recipients, McKaylee Neptune and Antonio Rubio. Selected Senior Class Representative Jeffrey Leal Santos. Also assisting us today are the Registrar Ana Aguirre, College and Career Counselor Maribel Ramos, Graduation Coach Angelita Saiz, and our back there, outstanding teachers, teacher assistants, and staff. None of these seniors would be here today without the commitment and hard work that happens every day from each of our staff members. At this time, I would like to ask Trustee Anderson to address our seniors. There you go. I'm going to turn for you now.
Hello, everyone. So I tried to think what inspirational words I can leave you with. And at first I wanted to do a speech around the Forrest Gump quote, Mama always said, life is like a box of chocolates, but I was like, no. I kept saying, what can I say to students who have gone to school during the pandemic? And then it hit me. What can I say to students who went to school during the pandemic? You fought with Zoom. Some of you lost family, friends, and some even lost teachers and coaches. You battled the isolation of social distancing and the heavy burden on your mental health, and you made it here to receive your diploma, and I am so proud of you. So what do I say to the students who went to school during the pandemic and are here before us? Come get this diploma because you've earned it and so much more. And now it is my distinct pleasure at this time to present our superintendent, Dr. Stephanie Elizalde. Dr. Elizalde has been instrumental in guiding Austin ISD in the past 3 years. Dr. Elizalde asks the hard questions and consistently focuses on improving the educational outcomes for every child in Austin ISD. We always enjoy her insightful words, her personal connections, and her visions for the future. Dr. Elizalde.
Thank you, Trustee Anderson. I wanted to walk over here quickly because I know y'all don't want to hear from me. You're ready to get those diplomas. But before we do, I made it a point this year, one of the learnings that I had was for each graduation, I would pick a pair of shoes with the school color. So Garza is green, navy blue, and silver. So for today, I'm wearing navy blue shoes for Garza. Helen Keller once said, "A bend in the road is not the end of the road unless you fail to make the turn." I'm looking out at you today, a bunch of young adults who've made the turn and so much more. In fact, you've gotten really, really good at making turns. Let's just think for a moment of all of the curves that you've navigated. COVID, lockdowns, virtual learning, masks, an ice storm, no power, a boil water notice, looking for vaccines, back to school during the Delta wave, followed by the Omicron wave, another boil notice. But that winding road has led you here today. I can't promise you that the road forward will be easy, but I can say for sure that you'll be able to handle whatever life has in store for you because you've already been through so much successfully. Class of 2022, congratulations.
Thank you. Since Garza High School's inception and founding in 1998, Dr. Gonzalo Garza, our school's namesake, has been delivering this address to the graduating class. Dr. Garza's graduation address was always full of humor, love, and wisdom. Every year, his speech left his audience enthralled, in stitches, and eager to hear more. One year, he sang us a song. Another year, he recited a poem. In one graduation, I will never forget, he wore novelty glasses and then threw it out into the audience. And we loved it, the humor, the kindness. Dr. Garza was cool before cool was invented. His imagination and creativity was boundless, and like his speeches. Dr. Garza was one of a kind, and every year, we all look forward to listening to his address and highlight of every graduation ceremony. Sadly, Dr. Garza will not be making his graduation address today. He has peacefully passed away at age 95 2 weeks ago on the 17th of May. Knowing Dr. Garza, however, we are certain that he is sharing his words of wisdom, witticisms, and dad jokes in heaven. Certainly, heaven is a nicer place now. We at Garza Independence High School are proud to have Dr. Garza as our school's namesake, and we are grateful for his life and legacy. Dr. Garza's words, work, and wisdom continue to inspire many people, just as you guys inspire me today. And thank you for your father. His family's here today. Thank you. As I look at you graduating class of 2022, I see many parallels with Dr. Garza. Like you, Dr. Garza was a man who overcame many obstacles. Like you, Dr. Garza persevered through grit and hard work and determination. And like you, Dr. Garza was proud graduate of Gonzalo Garza High School. I know, there's a story. And I just lost my place. In fact, Dr. Garza was the only person to have a school named after him, and then years later, earn a high school diploma from the same school. As I look at you, I am overwhelmed by the sense of admiration. I am impressed by you, each and every one of you, and your individual willingness to work to overcome obstacles. I'm inspired by the power you hold through knowing yourselves and the wisdom you have gained from that knowledge. Each of you has learned that there are multiple ways to reach your goals and has pursued them tenaciously. Each of you has made a choice to come to Dr. Gonzalo Garza High School in search of an education that you believe would work better for you in your life's journey. After making that commitment, each of you has carved a path with the help of some incredible teachers, counselors, administrators, that's me, and staff to earn your high school diploma. When you enrolled in Garza High School, you became part of a larger community, not only with teachers, counselors, administrators, but with each other. Through your journey at Garza, I believe you learn more, not only about yourselves, but also about how the actions of each individual affects us all as a whole. Working together meet our individual needs while adding to the strength of the whole is truly what being a Garza Griffin is all about. Many of us will look back at this last couple of years as the COVID years. You will talk about the things that COVID took from you, your family, and the world. I can only hope when I look back at this time, I will see your faces that represent hope for a better future, faces that show the resilience to succeed when challenges arise. My wish for you is to look back at this time in your life. Is that what you see, a world that came together to defeat an unseen enemy? I hope that you will remember that personal sacrifices you made to protect the vulnerable among us, and that you remember those people who cared for you and look out for your safety. The gift you have in your hands right now that I hope you will take to the future is the wisdom to persevere. I hope you maintain the determination that made you the proud graduating class of 2022, so that when you run into obstacles or when you or others question your abilities or moral fortitude to overcome life's challenges, you'll be able to look back to these moments, days, weeks, and months you spent at Garza when you persevered to push forward, undeterred. Even though you were looking to an uncertain future, you knew you must continue to press on, to finish that last mile of your high school education to succeed. Look at where you are now. Your unwavering perseverance and steely determination have paid off by leaps and bounds. Understanding that you possess this determination and fortitude already within you, ready to use at your disposal when times get tough, will endow you with the self-confidence you need to move into the future with clarity, certainty when others have fear and doubt. I believe the world in the future will be a better place because your generation will work to ensure the world never forgets that we have come together to move out of the darkness towards the light. I believe the world in the future will be a better place because you are your generation's stewardship. You will come together to make it a brighter, safer, and more peaceful place for all of its inhabitants. I believe the world in the future will be a better place because you will find the power within yourselves to take action towards the healing of our great nation and to build a just and inclusive society that shares power equitably, and society that, instead of erecting walls of inequality and division separating people by race, class, and gender, does the moral imperative to build and provide ladders of opportunity for all people. I believe that your education from Garza High School will help you make that happen. Now it's up to you to make that happen. Make it happen. Thank you. I would like to now introduce Michaeli Neptune, who will give the address to the graduating class.
Greetings to the families and friends joining us here today, as well as Garza Independence High School faculty and staff. Congratulations to my fellow graduates of class of 2022. Today is a day to celebrate the accomplishments we have made. However, these accomplishments are not just ours. They also belong to the people who've helped us along this journey. Our family members, teachers, friends, and so many more. The people who are willing to drag our tired butts out of bed, help us with assignments that we procrastinated in, and be there to listen and push us to be better. As we look with excitement towards the future, we must also not forget the past chapters that got us to this moment. At some point, we experienced a plot twist, whether it was medical, personal, outside circumstances, or maybe some of us just wanted to graduate early. All of us came to Garza for a reason. Garza is a family built on the shared experience of overcoming adversity. As Dr. Webb would say, everyone has a red shoe. Our amazing press principal, Dr. Webb, retired last semester. If you had a chance to meet this incredible woman, you probably also heard the story behind the red shoe. It's a story that symbolizes listening before judging. Not everything is as it appears to be. It is important to be open to other perspectives and experiences. Y'all know what I'm talking about. There's been a moment in your life when there's more to your story than others perceived. All of us have a red shoe chapter in our narrative. In the past years, I've been diagnosed with a couple rare chronic illnesses. I've been personally impacted by both people who have listened and validated my experience, and also those who saw what they wanted to see. I've heard the phrase, "You're too young to have this diagnosis." Did anyone actually see this happen? Or the not-so-subtle hints that I'm just being dramatic. These comments made me realize the importance of listening and the power of validation. In today's busy culture, it's easy to accept the biases, stereotypes, and prejudice that form around each of us. We all have been impacted by these preconceived ideas, but at times we've also been the ones to believe them. As we put on our shoes and start writing on the blank pages before us, I want us to take what we've learned here at Garza and remember that there is so much more to us than the cover, that there is power in validation. A quote by Maya Angelou says, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." People will never forget how you make them feel, how you listen to their truth even when others don't, and see them for who they truly are. My fellow classmates, it's been an honor to have spent the past weeks, months, and years together. We've overcome many challenges to get to this moment, and today, May 31st, we are officially high school graduates. I cannot wait to see all that we accomplish in the future. I love you all.
Dr. Elizalde and the AISD Board of Trustees, it's my honor to present the Gonzalo Garza Independence High School class of 2022. Dr. Elizalde, members of the Board of Trustees and graduates, please stand. To the members of the Board of Trustees and Dr. Elizalde, By the power vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the Texas Education Agency, I certify that these candidates have completed all the requirements as specified by the district policy and state law, and I recommend that they be awarded their diplomas and certificates. Students, you may be seated. I guess you guys can see it too. I'm sure. It didn't have it in the script. Counselors, please direct the first row of students to approach the stage. She's gonna read. And there's that bin. You got water, okay?
Thank you.
Mason Faith Acancia. María Guadalupe Albarrán. Natalie Mary Barrera. Giovanni Nicolás Bautista Covarrubias. Nayana Aliyah Bonner. Mackenzie Elizabeth Cantu. Gabriel Ozias Davis. Connor Sean Devlin. Leah Rayanne Diaz. Hope Ann Dumke. Marlene Yamilex Duran. Lucia Anais Fuller. Grace Scott Hawes. Héctor Antonio Hernández. Jared Hernández. Gaia Sade Hilliard. Varian Duane Howard II. Jeffrey Leal Santos. Samuel Staten Lunsford. Bruce Marr. Kate Bishaw Tucker Martin. Alex Abil Balaam Martinez Lake. Stephanie Yadira Mendoza Funes. Magdalena Luisa Menendez. Chloe Lane Meisenheimer. McKaylee Rochelle Neptune. Ruth Nihombear. Caden Albert Peel. Charlie Rosalio Perez. Jameen Terrell Perkins. Elora Anise Prukop. Avondre Rains. Jonathan Ramos. Madeline Isabel Reed. David Lucas Reynolds. Damian Rosales. Anthony Santana Rubio. Summer Star Salazar. Eliza Heitler Schroeder. Miguel Ángel Serrano López. Kendra Nicole Smith. Gabriela Max Solis. Yasmin Guadalupe Tambunga. David Michael Tellez. Micaela Nicole Trevino. Charlie Abram Ulloa Espinosa. Elijah Jacob Vargas. Dalia Belmares Vega. Gloria Patricia Vieira Villatoro. Cornell Kendall Washington Jr. Laya Amari Whitehead. Erin Lucinda Wood. Gage Bradley Sabrowski.
Ask Sammy what to do with them. Okay, we're just waiting for them. We're just waiting for the graduates to get to their seats. Awesome. All right. Graduates, please stand. You now stand before us as graduates. Please shift your tassel from the right to the left. Parents, guardians, family, you've earned this. Please remain seated until our graduates have exited the arena during the recessional. Graduates, please meet your family in front of the Performing Arts Center and expect the hugs. Cue the music. We ready? Cue the music. What's happening? Oh, wait. Hold.
Let's walk her in, please.
Let's
walk her in.
Angie. We got one more.
Samira Balaseria.
Thank you for your patience. Yeah. Graduates, please stand. Let's do this one more time. You now stand before us as graduates. Please shift your tassel from the right to the left. And I want to hear applause. Parents and guardians, please remain seated as the graduates exit the arena during the recessional. Graduates, please meet your family out front of the Performing Arts Center. Cue music.
AISD TV is Channel 22 on Spectrum and Astound Broadband, Channel 99 on AT&T Uverse. Live streams are also available at AISD.TV, Roku, and Apple TV with the AISD TV app.
Auspiciousness and causes of success. May you have the confidence to always do your best. May you take no effort in you being generous, sharing what you can, nothing more, nothing less.
May you know the meaning of the word happiness. May you always lead from the beating in your chest. May you be treated like an esteemed guest. May you get to rest, may you catch your breath.
And may the best of your today be the worst of your tomorrow.